Hello, the things.io friends. Welcome to a new edition of the IoT Friday. Today we're going to talk about the fun section of Internet of Things projects with a cool project where I'm working since 2012. It's called the Oktoberfest of Things. And I will do it with the help of my Intel Galileo. So if we go back to 2012 at the Internet of Things Open Assembly in London, is where I met Thomas Amberg from IoT Zurich. While we were in London with some beers, we decided to meet up in Munich once per year in the Oktoberfest to celebrate the party, but also to connect beers to the internet just for fun. So we created the project Oktoberfest of Things.tumblr.com, where we started to brainstorm about this IoT project. The first thing that we decided to write down were the requirements of the Oktoberfest of Things. Because as we explained it in a previous IoT Friday, requirements are something important for Internet of Things projects. So the first requirement was that we were at the Oktoberfest. So what's happening in the Oktoberfest? In the Oktoberfest, you have security to get into the tents. So you need to bring safe electronics inside your bag. All the beers are detachable, so you need, and they don't refill the beer, so they bring you a new beer. So you need some electronics that can be moving from one beer jar to another. We have to take care about connectivity. Is there connectivity on the tents? There is no Wi-Fi. Sometimes there is no 3G. So how can we do to connect beer mass to the internet? And even the battery. We think that the battery life should be something important to store our drinking behavior in the Oktoberfest. Finally, we decided that everything was open source under the Creative Commons license. So when we met in Munich, we partnered with IoT Munich, and we made one day hackathon and one day at the Oktoberfest testing our prototypes. So if you're in Munich the 18th of September, you're invited at the hackathon of the Oktoberfest of Things in the Fab Lab Munich. And the next day, that will be the first day of the Oktoberfest, we will go there to test our first prototypes of the Oktoberfest. So I would like to show you what were the prototypes that we made last year at the Oktoberfest of Things. So actually, we made two prototypes connected to the internet. So we connected a beer of the Oktoberfest. So I have here one representation. So it's a kind of big and very heavy jar of beer. So we connected this jar in two ways. So first, Thomas brought an Arduino Mini with a Bluetooth Low Energy chip. Connected to a tilt sensor, we were able to understand if we were drinking or not, depending on the angle of the tilt sensor. So we were sending this information via Bluetooth to our mobile phone connected to the internet via 3G and storing the data to Shively. The second prototype that I actually made was a pressure sensor that was measuring if the jar was on the table or not. If it was not on the table, we were drinking, and if it was on the table, if it was on the table, the pressure was different than zero, so we were not drinking. And it was connected to an Arduino Uno and Arduino GPRS Shield made by Telefonica. All the information was sent to the things.io. So even at Shively or at the things.io, we had some temporal charts showing us our drinking behaviors. Actually, if you go to Oktoberfestoftthings.tumblr.com, you can see some of the charts of our drinking behaviors during the Oktoberfest. And actually what happens at the Oktoberfest stays there, so I will not disclose anything else that happened there. So thanks, that's all of the Oktoberfest of Things. If you're in Munich, you are invited at the event, and see you at the next edition of IoT Friday. Bye.